Alright guys, I'm back again, and welcome to part 3 of my Commodore collection, where this time it's going to be focusing on all the software I have for my Commodore 64 and Commodore Vic 20 computers, and this is going to be the final part of my Commodore collection. In case you guys haven't seen the first two parts, I focused on the hardware and all the boxes, manuals, and weird stuff in part 1. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it, because I have a lot of stuff to get through. And let's go ahead and start off with my Commodore Vic 20 software, and it's all contained in this box right here. And this has a lot of cartridges and cassette tapes in here, and a couple of random manuals, like this is for the 8K memory expander cartridge. Yeah, it's not much of a manual, it's more like a piece of cardboard. A manual for clowns. It's not much of a manual, it's just a piece of paper with instructions on it. Nothing special. And a reference guide for Personal Finance 1 and 2 for the Commodore Vic 20. Yeah, the cassette tapes for this leaflet are in there somewhere. But I'm going to show you guys the cartridges first. I have quite a few of them. I have a couple of 8K RAM expander cartridges. Pirates Cove, Dragonfire. A lot of these were released on other systems like the Atari and the ColecoVision. Atlantis, Voodoo Castle. Some of these are exclusives because some of these were made by Commodore themselves. Other ones were third-party games. Speed Math / Bingo Math. It's like 2 games in 1. Clowns. I just showed you guys the manual for this. It's kind of like Circus Atari. Lunar Leaper, Pinball, Shargon 2 Chess, whatever that is, Visible Solar System, Computer War, which sounds really cool, another 8K RAM cartridge. I don't know why I have 3 of those things, Omega Race, which is a really good port of the arcade game, Mission Impossible, and I have some more of these buried in the corner of this box right here. Another copy of Omega Race, Demon Attack, Seawolf based off the arcade game. It's a really good port. Slot, and a not so good arcade port of Centipede. And that's it for all the cartridges that I have for the Commodore Vic 20, and the rest of these are cassette tapes. And a lot of these are like financial assistance things and home organizational stuff. It's nothing really too interesting, but I'm going to show you guys a few of these. A lot of these white ones were actually made by Commodore themselves, and a lot of these ones on the side here were actually copies of other programs, so not all these are official, but a lot of them are, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show you guys a few of these. Numble, Blank, multi-sound synthesizer. Sounds kind of neat. Vic typewriter, word processor, and one more, expense calculator. So yeah, like I said, a lot of these are just financial assistance type stuff and educational software. It's nothing too mind-blowingly amazing, but I do have some pretty good games to go with it, and still a lot of those educational pieces of software and, you know, financial assistance type stuff. It's still kind of neat to look at because it feels like a museum piece, you know. It's kind of neat to see how far we've come in technology. Alright, so that's it for my Commodore Vic 20 software, and now we're going to get into the bulk of this video, which is all of my Commodore 64 discs. And about 99.5% of these discs are all copied. I have 2 cartridges here. I have the Fast Load cartridge by Epix. Only works with a few games though. And Visible Solar System, which I think is a port of the Commodore Vic 20 game, if I remember right. And here just happens to be the disc that I've been playing a lot lately. It's got Congo Bongo, Dig Dug, Pole Position, Larry Bird Go One on One, Shoplifter, Baseball, Miss Pac-Man, and Crazy Caveman on it. All on one disc. So I've been playing this a lot lately because it's got a lot of really good games on it. And I don't know why that's out, separated with the rest of the stuff. So let's go ahead and start off here with the first box. This one has a bunch of music, composition software in it. Yeah, it's just filled with discs and different types of music composition software. If you wanted to compose your own music, or compose your own music to put in your own game that you're making, that kind of stuff. This one here is called Utility Programs. Not quite sure what this is, but I guess these are all sequences and programs that the previous owner made himself. I think that's what all that is, but I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at all these yet. Get the cover back on this. There we go. Let me move my camera down a little bit so you can see better. See, this one is a random box of discs. Basic tools. Let's pull out a few of them in each box. Easy Finance 2. Crypt 8. Disk Utility 64, which is like a test disk for your Commodore disk drive. Here's another random box. Utilities again. Languages. Utilities, updates. Pirate disk. Disk alignment. Lots of really not so useful things for me anyway. I know what you guys are thinking, and I know what I'm thinking, that the games, the arcade ports, and all that kind of stuff are the much more interesting part, and I completely agree. T-Pug, Canada, May 1984. Gazette Disc, which I think is like a pirating software, but I'm not too sure. Speed Script. A lot of these are meant for like pirating discs. And here's the last one, the last 3M box anyway. And now we got some games in here, like here's Karateka, Little Computer People, Super Bootleg. Ooh, this one sounds interesting. Adult Poker. You can see some 8-bit boobies in that game if that's your thing. Super Bootleg, lots of bootlegged games here. Discmate 2, and yeah, things like that. So there are a few games in there that were worth talking about. So that's it for the 3M boxes. Here's one of my official Commodore 64 games. This one is called Heartland for Commodore 64 and 128, made by Firebird Software. I have never heard of this game in my life, but it says that it's a port of an arcade game. So there is the disc right there, the instructions, and the warranty card. So that's pretty much the only official Commodore 64 game that I own. All the rest of them are pirates and copies. And now we got a bunch of these containers that open up like this. If I can get it without breaking it. There we go. Let's see what's in here worth mentioning. California games, Swiss Family, The Hobbit. I've actually played a little bit of this game. It's really cool. It's like a text adventure based off of the book, which was later based off the movie. Anyway, Cross Country, Hunchback, BMX Racers, Star Trek, another copy of Strip Poker. Man, this guy was interesting to say the least. Snoopy to the Rescue, G.I. Joe, Brimstone 2, Big Mac, Ball Blazer, Pickaxe Pete, or Pixie Pete. I guess it's not Pickaxe Pete, because then I'm sure that Magnavox for the Odyssey 2 would have sued Commodore for that. Anyway, here's another one here, which opens up like that. I always have a hard time opening these things. Games. Nice title. Whoa! Almost fell out. Wheel of Fortune, Paperboy, Games, Mothership, Little Computer People, Games, Frantic Freddy, Zork 3, Zork 1, Zork 2, Deadline, Frantic Freddy again, Temple of Abishai. This is a really good game too. If I remember right, it's another text adventure type game. I find those to be really fun. Realm of Impossibility, Trains and More, which I think is a train simulator, if I remember right. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, both discs. So that's that one. I gotta go a little bit faster here because I have like 4 minutes left before I run out of time. What's in this one? Over the Top, Commando, Road Warrior, Summer Games, Rockin' Wrestling, Movie Monsters, which actually sounds badass. I might try this one later. Lords of Conquest, Indoor Sports, which is like ping pong, billiards, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty fun. Summer Games 2, Championship Wrestling, Fight Night Boxing, which is okay. Fast Break, not much in this one right there. As compared to the other ones anyway. Let's see, here's another one right here. Star Wars, Super Games, Arcade Games, which contains Wizard of War, Blueprint, and Mule on it. World Games, Mr. Robot, Disc Manager. I think we're going back to like the utilities stuff. Oh wait, no we're not. California Games, 1 and 2. Gauntlet, which is a really good arcade port. Bruce Lee, which is a fun game. Munchie Games, which I can't really remember what that is. I think it's like a compilation of like maze games like Pac-Man or something. I can't remember. Now we have like a bigger container, and this one for the most part contains games. Like this one right here supposedly has Super Mario Brothers on it. I couldn't get this disc to work, but that'd be really funny to see Super Mario Brothers on the Commodore. Aztec Adventure, Nibbler. Oh, this one has a port of Contra on it, and it's actually okay. For the Commodore 64, for what they were able to do, it's actually an okay port. I know a lot of people hate it, you know, compared to the NES version anyway, but I thought it was okay. Man, this game is badass too. I doubt you guys can read that, but it's Aliens. This is based off of the movie. Man, this game is awesome. It's a text adventure based off of the Alien movie. In the Aliens movie, I should say. It's a really, really cool game. I should definitely do a video on that. It's amazing. Summer Games 2, Gremlins, Broadside, Breakdance 2, Germany 1985, Stealth, Raid Over Moscow. This game is cool too. It's like a flight simulator, but it focuses a lot more on shooting down your enemies and stuff compared to actually simulating flying a plane. It's really cool. I should do a video on that one too. World Challenger, Snooper Troopers, Creative something or another, Creative Contrapations. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Whatever. Temple of Abishai, Fax, Night Mission, James Bond, Basketball, Rocky Horror Show. I don't know if this has any relation to the movie or not, but it'd be interesting to know. And that's pretty much it for that one. I got like 1 minute left. I gotta hurry up. Okay, so we have this one right here. Crystal Castles, Airwolf, Alien. This is another really good text adventure based off of the first Alien movie. Tennis, James Bond, Karateka again. Man, I'm running out of time. That sucks. Let me show you guys one more. Let me open that one up. Let's see. Operation Frog, Games, Winter Games, Zaxxon, Spy Hunter, Donkey Kong, Burger Time, Munchie Games, Flyer Fox, Twin Kingdom, F-15 Strike Eagle, Tapper, Kennedy Approach, Happy Birthday, Spinner. Man, I have a lot to get through. Zeppelin. Lots of just really random ones that otherwise you probably never would have heard of. I'm running out of time, guys, so I'm just going to show you the other ones I had. So I have another one filled with discs, and another one filled with discs right here. And last but not least, I have this honkin' thing filled with discs, but this mostly contains, like, financial assistance stuff and educational software. Nothing too interesting to you guys, at least. But yeah, that's it for my Commodore 64 and Commodore VIC-20 software. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this was kind of rushed, but I had a lot to get through. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a good day.